cinema every month.
Oh, sweet. All posted. Brennan's still left.
We're in the Matrix.
I have no political affiliation, thank you.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Alrighty, ladies and gents, this is Big Little Boys podcast. Shit, which number are we at?
It's either 17 or 18 because we got the one that.
Oh, we got the Angus
least,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys from the Traralgon Rodeo came over and he said, don't make it live because I may say shit I may regret. And that is 100% true.
I didn't know we could say that.
Well,
We can definitely do that next time.
okay, so 17, 18, one of the two. It is now for our Oscar hangover. And this time, hopefully the Banshee references won't screw me over this time. But we're back again with Lucas Thomas. Hey!
Happy to be back, fellas. Absolutely.
Absolutely love you.
Somewhat surprised to be back after last time's cataclysmic appearance. I don't know about you boys, but the feedback wasn't all positive, unsurprisingly.
From who?
Yeah. Mostly fat goth girls for all the things I said about Heath Ledger. I've had so many dark-haired, dark makeup girls with daddy issues say, "What are you saying about Heath?" And I said, "Listen, Chubby, if you watch the podcast, all I said was it wasn't a great performance in a mediocre film. I think his legacy is that, and that's fine. But he did much better work in much better stuff. But also, my mum was particularly disappointed with it. She said, "For Christ's sake, you've really got to stop calling him Brendan." And I said, "Why?" And she's like, "Well, not a big deal, but the only thing is that it's not his name." And I think, am I the first person to have nudity on the podcast? I heard from more than one person they saw my ass on the podcast.
Really?
Really?
That's part of the feedback, yeah. In defense, drinking all the beer that we drank that night. Well, drinking all the beer that I drank that night and wearing cream shorts is a nightmare for all those trips to the toilet. Which, by the way, at the risk of being redundant, is still the cleanest toilet. I know you're a cleaner. It's still the cleanest toilet for 3 blokes living in a house. Good God. I must ask though, after I left, was it still clean?
Yes.
Because those last couple of trips I can't remember very well. But
Should have seen it with our last podcast.
Yo.
It definitely was not clean.
No, it wasn't.
the tarot card one.
No, we did one after that, but that's going to be released after.
That was the one that we didn't
Trelgan
go
guy.
live with. Yeah.
Well, because he's from fucking Traralgon.
Yeah.
If ever was a time to do a podcast on location, you should have moved all this shit out to Traralgon and done it.
What he did say is like, because he kept asking for a smoke, it was like, we can't smoke in here. And then he's like, well, if we do a podcast, we'll go closer to you. We'll go to my shed where you can have cigarettes during it.
That'll be nice. We got to do some on the road. All of this is portable, so we can do outside locations.
Well, if we want to do live, we have to like take the computer.
Yeah, we need a computer if we wanted to do live, but hey, not all of them have to be live.
So, yeah.
These are special ones.
Glad to be back, boys, and I promised my mum I wouldn't get drunk on beer this time. Hence, I brought a fine selection of, excuse me, Danny, a fine selection of Pinot to enjoy here, which the glass, as you know, was hand stolen from, Brennan, can you know where from?
Palace Cinemas. Please explain how you procured that item.
Listen, all I'm going to say, as we all know, no means yes. Don't put on the glass. I may have stolen your heart, but please don't steal me.
You know what? I thought for an entire night I was going to steal that, and then I read it at the end, that little bit, and it stopped me from doing it.
Well, they are on sale, but they're like $39 for just 2.
Yeah. That's,
I've got at least 8 for nothing. and also, the security's even worse at gold class.
Oh, really?
Oh, I walk out of there with 4 at a time. That is literally, my bar at home is literally gold class. I'm starting to build these, but I feel bad because these guys are actually, I think, probably independently owned too. And I've seen this happy logo at the start of a number of some of my favourite films.
Yeah.
Well, we say Palace is our favourite out of all the groups. They do, they are part of Astor, and
They're keeping the Astor alive.
We got Homegrown, the Mooney Ponds one as well too.
Yeah.
So they weren't before, but I think they've become my favourite out of all the
Distributors?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, cinemas aren't always the biggest, but hey, it is at the Astor.
They have the Astor, and was it also Penny Lane do have the rooftop cinema as well?
Which we still haven't been to as well.
Yeah, would have been great to watch Nora in
Yeah.
the rooftop.
We got to do a movie trip with you sometime too, Lucas.
Absolutely. I don't know. You'll have a nice time. I'm quite fond of saying, particularly during the trailers, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. But when a movie is particularly great, which really happens these days, my thing is, how fucking good is this? And I say it often, but not in recent movies. But let's do it. I just don't know. What do you guys like with talking during the movie?
We're quiet.
Yeah, right.
Like maybe like one whisper, like you know,
A whisper.
that,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
that's such and such or whatever. But if it's consistent, then
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's either consistent talking or having a phone on.
phone is no go.
That's like you are disrespectful.
I don't think I would have enjoyed it more if they hadn't been there, but I was really quite unimpressed with Iron Claw, but particularly because I had in front of me this guy, clearly a wrestling goof, who every time something wrestling related happened, or there was like some inside baseball wrestling terminology, would say to his dumb bitch of a wife, "Oh, that means it's an inside pile driver." And it's like, no one gives a fuck. And also at one point she actually answered the phone. And this is why I'm more than happy to steal from Gold Class, because I went to the manager. I'm not that guy. I went to the manager and said, "Listen, I don't want to be that guy. There's a couple of cunts in front of me that are ruining this terrible film for me. Would you please go in and sort it out?" She's like, "Okay, I will." She goes in, she looks at them while they're carrying with their nerdist talk and they're on the phone, looks at me and goes, one of those nods like, "I've got this," kind of thing. And I'm like, "Yeah, you got it. Now do something with it." And she walks out. And I went, "You know what? I'm stealing more than I can from this place tonight. I'm stealing more than I can carry. I'm going to pull chairs out of this cinema and carry them home on my head." But I'm not big on the talkies during the...
If it's right in front of me, like someone on the phone, I'll do turn your phone off at like full volume.
He did that at Talk to Me. He did that. True. He did. I remember.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if it's like more like one go on your phone, I can forgive. But if you keep doing it, then come on, man, we're trying to watch the movie here.
Pause it coming out.
And it's
Yeah.
so much worse with horror films too, where so much
yeah.
of the atmosphere is reliant on the silence and the not fucking talking. I had people at Nosferatu where, I mean, I do this often during films. During the previews when they're talking, I'm sitting in the back and looking off. I'm like, y'all better shut up when this starts, because if you don't, I'm gonna. And I haven't yet, but as a birthday promise to myself, I'm gonna start being that guy, which you're much smarter than me. You learn much quicker than I did to say, turn this shit off, you fucking imbecile. oh.
Everyone knows the rules.
They do, right? But I feel like this is the thing with time and with cinemas becoming not commonplace and with things going to streaming within 4 weeks, people are forgetting how to behave in the fucking cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought you were so cool when you did that too, Brendan. Good on. Said what I
now you're a man. Well, was it? There were a couple of exceptions, like Showgirls. That was like a great audience participation one. It's like everyone was having so much fun, and it was a campy picture. It was a great movie.
I will say, like, though, at Showgirls, at the start, it was rubbing me the wrong way, but this audience sold me halfway through. But, like, it's just because I was the first time watching this movie, and everyone's laughing at every single line Elizabeth Berkley's doing. So I was just like, I hope that everyone's just not shitting on this movie the entire time. But no, everyone was a big fan. They all loved it.
I saw Predator at the Astor with a bunch of meatheads who were just there for Arnold. So every time these guys saw a vein, it was just, yeah! So the handshake at the start, Dylan, you son of a bitch. And they're just popping for it. And then every single, like, and there's a lot of them, obs, but even the less, they're all known. Stick around. These guys, and they're all juice heads up the back, like wearing shirts that have shrunk in the dryer. Enormous guys. And every cool thing Arnold does in that movie, which you remember, everything Arnold does in that movie is fucking cool. They're popping for. I never got behind it. I was you at the start of Showgirls, the whole fucking movie. Yeah. I'm like, we get it. And then when the chopper scene comes up, fuck, here it comes. And it was the biggest pop. And it's like, really? It's obvious. He's going to, and there he goes.
I think the worst that I've ever experienced was with Lord of the Rings. When seeing that, like the anniversary, like everyone cheering every 2 fucking seconds on every single line, because, Lord of the Rings is just constant, like, memes pretty much. But yeah, everyone cheer, like, especially during that third movie, like every beat of the story, everyone just like, yeah! Just like, ugh.
It's so obnoxious, and one of my favorite words, masturbatory. It's for yourself.
Yeah.
You're saying, I get it. Everyone, I get it. And it's like the guys on the screen can't hear you. We can all hear when you all think you're a fuckwit. Oh, it's so obnoxious. It's just, it should be, I think when you see something amazing on the screen, it should be an internal thing. Like something that you actually recognize and go, and this is a horrible example, but it's the most recent I can think of, despite Oscar season. We all have seen Batman vs Superman and all agree it was a shit-ass film. However, can we all agree, and this is coming from someone who has a real problem with women in film, can we all agree the best moment of that shit movie is when Doomsday's got the drop on Batman and he's about to kill a motherfucker. I think Batman actually says, by the way, which is one of my biggest turn on in films, when Batman swears. I think Batfleck actually goes, oh shit. And then before he gets nuked, Wonder Woman comes in with a thing and blocks the beam, and it's like the Wonder Woman theme starts playing. She hasn't even got her own movie yet, but she got her own theme song. And then she's there and she's badass, and I'm like, that was one of I'm getting goosebumps now talking about it. That's one of those moments where I didn't cheer, but I went like, this is a shithouse film, but I like that. When I tell my friends about this movie, I say, look, don't go, it's dog shit, but go for this one part at the end where it's all like Batman's like, oh, help me. And she comes in with that was a good moment.
One of my favorite audience participations, probably Flamethrower in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yep.
At the Astor.
Saw that in IMAX. Oh, I love that too.
How far into this are we? And you've
Whoa, why? What's wrong with Once Upon a Time?
Fuck you, what's wrong with it?
That was actually my introduction to Lucas. He was telling me.
It was, and you know what? It was. And despite that, and I put the hard word on you and said, all right, Irishman, Hollywood, pick. And you know what? Not only did you pick the wrong choice, but you gave me the right reason why you dug it. And I remember staggering away that night from the comedy, because I had a few, going, you know what, he made a lot of sense. I'm going to watch that movie again and see if he's right. Well, I've watched it again. I still think you're right, but I still don't like that film. But please explain to me why that bullshit moment meant so much to people. For me, I get it. He likes to rewrite history because he's fucking rewritten everything else. But why did you pop for that? Well, no, you didn't. No, wait. Okay, you didn't pop. Did you pop, or did you just watch the pop?
No, I popped. Sure, I got amongst it. Bro, me and my brother Patrick were probably third in line at the Astor that day. We got there super early for that movie. In my room, I got one of the programs as well. I don't know, because like at the premiere, everyone's super keen on the new Tarantino. You've been following these characters, and then it just climaxes to this piece of chaotic bliss.
Yeah, I remember like I was cheering as well too, because I don't really do it until it felt involuntary. I felt like I was just so excited, and then I was like laughing at the fact that like everybody is so excited to just see more chaos come out, and then we get the flamethrower. It was just like this beautiful. I don't think anyone does violence better than Tarantino.
See, I reckon there's, and this is the thing for a while, and this is he's a bit of a poster child for violence. I think of Verhoeven, I think of Mickey, I think of Scorsese's done some good stuff.
Yep.
And there's a lot of underrated guys who do some good shit too. But they're the ones that come to mind.
Kitano.
Kitano.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think, and you know, more so now with a budget. But see, when I was growing up, Pulp Fiction was heralded as one of the most violent films of all time.
Yeah,
there's no blood in that fucking movie. No. That is one of the most bloodless films that's proclaimed as being violent. He's made up for it in subsequent films.
Yeah,
Kill Bill.
But,
Kill Bill. Kill Bill with him going,
He
hey.
started on fucking Bill, especially part 2. That is one, and that's again my favorite word. He's so. I was watching it once with a mate, Kill Bill 2, and I can't remember what point. I'm going to say probably that bullshit at the end about Superman and fuck all. And someone actually said to me, oh, Quentin, get your hand off your dick. And I went, thank you. That's what watching his films are like. It's just like,
And
we
I
know
love
you're
jerking off.
Hey?
I love jerking off.
I love jerking off too, but I wouldn't do it in front of people. and also say, this is how I do it. And it's like, and that's the thing. Like, I'll put this to you guys because you might say yes. Everyone else has always said no. My favorite film of his is Jackie Brown. Have you seen it?
Yes, I've got it.
I think Phil's the same, right?
Only kind of like the one time and a while ago. Wouldn't mind rewatching it.
The first time I watched it, it was during my teen years, and that's when I knew him as like the uber violent guy. And at the time, because it was like a slow pace, I was like, "Where's all the cool stuff happening?" And yeah, that was a shitty mindset, but it was a shitty teenage mindset. Then you get older, I was like, "Oh, I like hanging out with these guys. I want to smoke bonds with Robert De Niro."
Your story is identical to mine. I wanted to watch Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. Wasn't old enough, but that came out when I was 11. And it's like, fine, you can watch this. I'm like, great. And I watched it and I'm like, this is boring as fuck. There's nothing happening. It's boring. I haven't read the book. I didn't know there was a book. But having watched the rest of his films now looking back, and there's a guy, Simon Commode, a UK critic, reckons that is why all these films since then have been violent bullshit operas, Sergio Leone ripoffs, because he made his one adult film with no violence, no bullshit, no fucking convoluted story. And everyone went, and he went, fine, here comes this shit that I'm going to make. And I think he's probably wrong because I don't agree with a lot of what he says. However, there's I think some truth to that because that movie stands out like dog's balls. No offense. None taken because you're not a boy. I should have remembered that. Because it is an adult movie. There is some restraint. There are some amazingly good acting. It's his best script because they don't talk about fucking every other breakfast cereal or TV show. But for me, it's still my favourite film of his. I think Pulp Fiction's still an amazing ride. There's that coffee shop scene, and when the surf music kicks in, you literally, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're at a party, you stop what you're doing and you go, I'm in for the next 2.5 hours. This is a great fucking movie. Reservoir Dogs holds up. It's a great little film. But for me, from Kill Bill 1 onwards, and I remember the time I knew I was in trouble, it was that fucking first scene with the black chick, and they stop killing each other, and they make coffee because the kid comes home. And I'm like, nah, this is horse shit. You kill her and you leave because that's what happens. And it's like, we're going to do this, are we? And I feel like he's done that for the next every other film, except Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I do love. Getting back to your original point, I do like it now. I have the same problems with it as I did back in the day. But I just feel like ever since Kill Bill 1, it's all about this. What if you're going to kill a guy and then you stop for a minute and talk? I don't know. I have a real problem with that.
Do you like 2 more than 1 or 1 more?
I love 1 way more than 2.
Okay.
But this is the thing, and I find it in most films. See, for me, Jackie Brown is a great film with just great scenes, one after the other consecutively.
Yeah.
Kill Bill 1, the opening shot and all that stuff. I'm such a nerd. I got the script before I saw the film, and because I was just
really?
scavenging the internet, like, oh my god, I know what it is. And then I knew I was in trouble when the script starts with the 4th film by me, and I'm like, oh, you fucking dickhead. and then when I read that first shot, how it plays out with the handkerchief, I'm like, this is amazing. And when I watched that, I'm like, this is one of the few times the written word is transcribed so directly to the screen. I went, he's done it. And then after that with the scene with Vivica Fox, I was like, oh. But the fight scenes carry it. There's some great stuff in 2. All the good Michael Madsen stuff they packed into 2, which is great, even though it's meaningless, but it's still great. But that fucking shit at the end when Bill's just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I'm just sitting there thinking, if he had to cast Warren Beatty like he wanted to, this would be great. This is not great with David Carradine.
Oh, as Bill.
That's
I
my
haven't heard that.
dad's favorite actor.
David Carradine, really?
Yeah, because of Kung Fu.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he's in love with him. And he also, he thinks that the way he died is like a true legend way of dying.
You know, that's the only thing. I can picture Warren Beatty in that movie. It's not a better film with Warren Beatty. He's amazing. But that film, the training sequences in 2, when he comes down the stairs and he's like, the old man's ready for you. Or is that part 1? I forget. No. But yeah, all that stuff is better with David Carradine because of Kung Fu. So that I like.
Warren Beatty done anything fight-wise?
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't buy Warren Beatty as a Kung Fu guy.
He's good as Clyde, but...
It's like, imagine Batman Begins, but put Michael Keaton in Christian Bale's role. And it's like, he isn't going to the Alps to fight Liam Neeson. He's this big and this skinny, and it's like, yeah. Anyhow.
So what is this is a bit of, it's movies, so it's not off topic. Last I would say 3 5-star movies that you've seen.
From any era?
Any era, so just if you just go with your recent past, it could have been you're watching at home when you went out to the cinema and saw it. What is the last 3 that you put as 5 stars?
That's a great question.
One I have on Letterboxd is Terrifier 2. 5 stars.
I think we covered Terrifier
yeah,
last
we did.
time.
We did. I remember.
But I'm still open to it. Okay, last film I watched was, this is random, but because I was born this year, 1986, Cop, directed by James Harris, who was Stanley Kubrick's right-hand man for the early years. Pet project with James Woods, starring and producing, based on a book called Blood on the Moon. Amazing film. I give it 5 stars because, and I'm not surprised that you haven't heard of it because it was so under the radar and whatever. I give it 5 stars because for me, and why it works is from start to finish, it works in every front because it's everything is done right. Do you know what I mean? There's an opening shot where James Woods makes coffee, talks to a rookie detective, takes the phone call that starts the movie on its course, and then leaves in one shot. And it wasn't until the second or third scene I went, oh, fuck, that was all in one shot. And it wasn't like the obnoxious Birdman shots where it's like, oh, we're making it all in one shot, even though it makes no sense because we're goofy. It was done so well, and there's extras bustling about, and bullshit extras getting coffee and giving files, this is the file, and all that kind of stuff. And that's what made it more impressive, was like, shit, that's fucking hard to do. So number 1 is that. Second 5-star film, From Russia with Love. I'll try and find some within the last 40 years, but I'm struggling. Sean Connery's second Bond film, probably one of the best. But again, true to the source material, Sean's in peak form, the fight scene on the train with Robert Shaw, it's sensational. Number 3. Holy shit. 5 stars. So 5 stars we agree is like flawless. Just like from start
pretty
to
much.
finish. Just yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. 5-star movie. Huh?
Oh, you go.
Oh, I was going to say it's easy pickings because it's clearly a theme. I'll go Hunt for October with Sean again. Again, and for much of the same reasons as Rush with Love. True to the source material. I love some films that are not that good, but because of the story behind them. I love the fact that they got some guy who played a bit part in the film to write the script, and then John Milius, like the man's man, came in behind him and wrote all Sean's dialogue, which is why everything he says in that movie is so fucking tough.
Yeah.
John McTiernan from Die Hard, like doing an amazing job keeping it subtle because it's a fucking submarine. I love Alec Baldwin on the cusp of like, I'm going to be a big star. Oh, no, I'm not. And then like, the supporting cast, Scott Glenn, holy shit. That'd be my choice for 3 to 5 star films that are like perfect. Yeah.
Any from the like last 5 years?
Brutalist.
Brutalist?
Yeah. Brutalist. Oh, shit. Furiosa. Yeah, and you know what? Mad Max is in one shot of that movie, maybe 2 if you count the point of view shot. But and I hate that chick. You know what? I tell you back. I don't hate that chick that you like. I hated her in Peaky Blinders, but I've liked her in everything else. So I take that back.
Which one?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, she was great in that. And I went that movie fully expecting to hate it for all those reasons, but I loved it. So that's a 5 star. Shit, 5 stars. That's it's tricky. Yeah, that'd be my 2. If I'm forced to pick 3 from the past, I'd say. Oh Christ! How many years?
5 years.
So pretty much since 2020.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah. Most recent, I give True History of the Kelly Gang, and also as an added bonus, Knit Ram and The Order. I love and I love everything Justin Kurtzell does. He's amazing.
Me too.
Oh fuck, he's good.
I love his DOP, Adam Archipel.
Same guy in all the films.
More or less, yeah.
I saw a guy on a plane watching Assassin's Creed, which I haven't seen yet, and I'm watching it with Order and everything else in the back of my mind going, I see bits from that, even though it's a mainstream video game adaptation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen a knit ram that makes like guns, like just look like the coolest thing in the world. Like when he's just like they're in the gun shop. Yeah. I just remember going like, God, the way they sound too, as they're like loading them as well. I was just like, oh, I wish I could be playing around with those guns.
Well, when we live stream Cape Patterson, we can do that. We can happily. I'm more than happy to take you out with unloaded guns and show you.
What was it? I think last. So if I can think of one, that's Dinner in America.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, we love that.
You haven't seen it? Oh, it was under the radar because it got released in 2020. So it was released during COVID, and it never got a chance. It's pretty much don't look at the trailer. Do not watch the trailer.
Trailers that
It
spoils
ruins
everything.
But yeah, it's pretty much like a degenerate punk love story, really.
Yeah,
And that's all I want to say because
very punk rock.
very punk rock, so fucking chaotic. And Adam Raymeyer, I think I'm pronouncing his name right, because I think you would agree that the comedy film is a slowly dying art form, and he like brought it back, but he also brought it with not just laughs, but also great, well-written characters.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's one I'm championing to be great. His last movie, Snack Shack, that was a great movie too. But yeah, try to find Dinner in America. And
Looking at all my top 10 on Letterboxd, and don't know what I'll give 5 stars.
It's so hard now to get 5 stars.
You know what? Poor Things. I really dug Poor Things.
Poor Things
Although,
was cool.
when I say it goes a bit too long, that's the thing. Would you call it 5 stars if you feel like it goes a bit too long?
prefer Kinds of Kindness more than Poor Things.
Oh, really? Yeah.
If I hadn't seen the trailers for Poor Things, I would have watched it. The trailer scared me away.
Yeah. I think, did we go watch the trailer before? And
I didn't watch the trailers for either of those films.
Yeah. Kinds of Kindness, I remember, had a cool trailer to it.
And it's Yorgos Lanthimos back in his old weird roots,
Yeah.
like back in his Dogtooth days, which I liked.
Yeah.
When he had his, because before that it was Poor Things and The Favorite, which is like period drama, which it was alright. He does it style, but I liked his weird shit more.
Yeah. Definitely very good at doing weird shit.
The Greek New Wave, as it's called, apparently.
Wow.
Well, he's part of.
Maybe Decision to Leave. I remember really enjoying that. That was pretty solid all around.
Decision to leave again.
Park Chan Wook.
Oh.
And possibly Triangle of Sadness.
How'd I forget that one? Yeah.
I tried showing my grandma that one, and she hated the characters so much at the start. She was like, "Can we turn this off?" I was like, "I get it. You got to hate him throughout most of this movie too, till the very end. You might turn your like. I remember the guy sort of did a 180 on me towards the end, but
yeah, with that movie, because I do have an idea for an aged care place movie based on my experiences, and yeah, I do want Dolly DeLeon to play my mum in that movie because I fucking loved that flick.
yeah, she's great.
So that's the thing. I mean, that was a film I never saw a trailer for. I literally went in, didn't even know who was in it, anything else. So even Woody Harrelson seemed like a fucking cameo. Spoilers alert. Because
He's in the trailer.
Yeah, in the trailer on the poster, he's advertised, right? Yeah. But I went in knowing nothing about it, and I watched it, and I was just like, holy shit. And the sequence on the boat that we all know what we're talking about, I remember thinking, if this is in any other movie, I'd be like, fuck off. But I'm like, I'm so engrossed at this point. Throw anything at me. I want to see how this fucking ends. That's a great fucking movie. And that for me is a part where if I get to a point in the film where I go, you know what, I don't give a shit how this ends, I know that like, I'm out. I'm done. What's your top? Oh, you didn't do your top three, or your top three, or you haven't
Mentioned some.
Well, yeah, Triangle of Sadness, that was added. Dinner in America, third.
And was
After.
Parasite in the last 5 years?
Yeah?
Yeah, Parasite. Remember that one was a holy fuck watch for me. So Parasite, I remember that year also had Once Upon a Time and also The Irishman as well too. Irishman, that is one that's stuck stayed with me quite a bit after watching it as well too. I just remember that awkward feeling lasting for so long, and I was just like, I love it. Like this is Scorsese just showing how fucking cool he is. Like he's like, hey, we all know what's gonna happen, and you're gonna stay with this moment for as long as for like almost feature length.
And that was the thing with Irishman. That the only thing I can say bad about it is it was Scorsese's greatest hits. It wasn't Flower Moon, where he did something different, and that's why I got to give. I don't like giving credit because I don't like him, but got to give Quentin credit. Hollywood was something different, except for the ending. That was like, do you know what I mean? Like it was.
You're just doing Inglorious again.
Yeah. Whereas Irishman was like, I fucking, because this is the thing. Like I watch films like Cop. I've seen 1,000,000 times. I watch films that I like because I like them. And I'm watching Irishman going, I'm going to fucking love this because it's just all the talent on board. You've got guys like Bobby Cannavale who haven't done stuff with Scorsese before who just kills it, and other players who haven't done stuff before. And I think it deservedly didn't win any Oscars because you shouldn't give them to people who have done great stuff before and are just rehashing it. Jamie Lee Curtis. It was good. But at no point watching that film did I feel like, oh, he's really pushed himself here. He's done what he knows is good. And it felt like, in the same way they do those dumb shit sequels to Alien and Evil Dead to the fans, because it felt like Scorsese's, what do they call that shit? Fan cervix? What do they call it? Yeah. It felt like Scorsese's like thing to the fans of Goodfellas and Casino.
You want more gangsters.
Yeah, exactly. And it's fucking great. And I remember the first time I watched it, I'm like, we could have trimmed some fat out of this. All that stuff at the airport, lose that.
Yeah.
The second time I watched it, I've gone, fucking keep that in. Because the guy's going to kill his best friend.
Yeah.
It should be awkward and like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. So, yeah. But it got what it deserved. A Netflix release.
A Criterion Collection release.
What'd that get? What's on the disc? Has he done a commentary, Scorsese? He's done Taxi Driver. He's done.
Didn't we find out that Scorsese's the most on
Criterion,
Actually,
yeah.
I've heard Temptation of Christ too.
Oh, yeah, I've got that too.
If you want to go to sleep, put on Tim Burton's commentary to anything. that guy will put you to sleep in a fucking second.
Which one?
Anything.
Well, except for the one thing, the Ed Wood commentary has everyone involved.
Exactly.
So that was.
But him by himself. Okay, this is the scene where the Joker comes in and is all weird, and he comes in. I wanted to make it like clowns because clowns are scary. And it's like,
How about some favorite commentaries?
oh,
First one that comes to mind, I really love. They did it on a few of these. When Trey Parker and Matt Stone do their commentaries, they they get wasted to the point where they knock over the equipment and there's no commentary.
on Cannibal, where it's like, we're going to a strip club. We're going to a strip club, you guys. So good.
I remember the was it Anchorman? Anchorman
had
commentary.
like a whole
Yeah, it's just like
joke.
it's just them fucking around the entire time, playing out like everyone being an asshole and beating the shit out of each other.
I think Will Ferrell punches Carl Gass.
Oh yeah.
We all want to do that. I'd forgotten about this until you were very careful with your disc last time on the podcast, and you took back your special version of film I haven't watched yet called
The Ordeal.
and gave me the shitty copy that you give away to friends. I used to have a 2-disc version of Abel Ferrara's Driller Killer with commentary, 20,000 printed, and that commentary is incoherent. And during the lesbian shower scene, I'm pretty sure he comes. Like it is literally the whole movie is this. Hey, look at the thing going on. It's just the transfer, man. And it gets to the shower scene, and I swear to Christ, if he doesn't go with sticky jeans, and it's like, but you shot this, like it shouldn't be anyway. That's a good
It was
disc,
so hot when he shot it too.
right? And then cut to like years later, his commentary for King of New York couldn't be more coherent. He even talks about the opening shot where he's like, there's a certain time in New York you got to get up, man, to get the light, and they call it the midnight hour. And it's like, it looks amazing. It's blue. It is the sky is blue. It's the most amazing shot. But to go from being so coherent to just this, Driller Killer commentary where he's just out of his fuck mind.
Anyone want another drink?
Yes, please.
Can I get in on the red?
Absolutely. I didn't bring a second glass for you, but
Wine glass.
I think so far my favorite commentary track would be Hunter S. Thompson on Fear and Loathing Las Vegas. I'm pretty sure he kept snorting coke throughout the movie. Yeah, because there'll be times where he goes, yes, please. Oh, yeah, yes. I needed that.
Beautiful.
And was it?
Well, I'll go some more.
There'll be a moment where there'll be like his criticism, because you've seen Fear and Loathing. Oh, yeah. You know where Raoul Duke or Johnny Depp, when he sees the little person handing the phone to him, and Johnny Depp just throws the change onto the floor. Hunter S. goes, okay, that's my first criticism right there. I would never do that to a little person. Never. I don't. That's just Terry Gilliam's own thing. His own sick sense of humor. My own literary work.
that whole movie is Terry Gilliam's own thing.
Yeah. But
Good movie.
it still had his, Hunter S.'s approval?
Well, he's in it.
Yeah, he's in it.
There I am.
I would have liked to have seen Alex Cox's version, but apparently him and Hunter did not like each other at all.
No one likes Alex Cox. He's I'm pretty sure he's the guy that directed he directed Marlon Brando directing acting lessons to like Robin Williams, Leo DiCaprio. There's a vault out there that the Brando estate owns of Marlon Brando in a wheelchair with an oxygen tank giving acting lessons to, he's telling everyone his whole thing. DiCaprio went, Robin Williams went, random acting students went, and it's hours upon hours of him living his legacy. And then once he'd done it, like a lot of things, the estate went, we don't want anyone seeing this. And the estate's sitting on it. But I'm pretty sure Alex Cox directed it. Rocked up one day dressed as Osama bin Laden. Brando fires him. He's like, yeah, fired. But they haven't released the tapes and never will because there's so many. The lawsuits involved for the likes of DiCaprio and the Williams estate and so forth would be astronomical. But fuck me, I'd love to get my hands on those tapes. Brando in his 80s, out of his fucking mind, teaching people how to act. They apparently got in a used car salesman who out-talked Robin Williams' stream of consciousness. Like Williams couldn't keep up with him. And he was just saying this is about being in the moment, on the fly, like just speaking and stuff. And
Put that out as a feature film.
right.
Yeah.
Be amazing.
Apparently, there's one thing that probably won't get released. Ezra Elderman, the guy who directed OJ Made in America. Great fucking documentary series.
Just finished watching it recently. This week, yeah.
He just directed a 9-hour documentary on Prince. And
That's not getting out.
yeah. As soon as then the Prince estate saying we can't release this, so it was supposed to be on Netflix, but now because he did all the interviews, he got all the footage, but yeah, I'm very curious.
You heard the Kevin Smith story on Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not. Put me in.
Check it out. It's on YouTube. He Prince hired him for I don't know how long to like make a doco about him and his spirituality and whatnot, and he filmed for hours upon hours. Never got released. Basically told him in the end, same story. Like, well, he wasn't dead then, but he basically said at the end, this isn't getting out. Yeah.
He's just watching it in his castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get what you're saying, but I won't say anything because you're Prince. It's all right.
Must be an American thing. I don't know that Prince is that big over here.
I don't know too much of Prince, but I feel like I'm in the minority with that, though. There's a lot more people that...
Yeah. I've never seen Purple Rain.
I've
No.
got Purple Rain.
Seen it?
I've seen it. He's not the best actor, but you can tell that a lot of heart and soul was put into the flick, and it was Prince's ego. But, you know, if you enjoy Prince, you will love it. So, yeah, if you're a Prince watcher, like you know of him, probably won't, but you will enjoy, seeing his female band members in lingerie playing instruments.
I enjoy that. I wouldn't mind seeing a film about that. Yeah.
Could be a controversial statement, but I don't think I've watched a complete film with commentary before.
Whoa.
No, it's not, because we all have, but out of the four of us, you're the only one that's actually made a fucking movie. So that's not controversial whatsoever.
And my,
And he's also recorded a
my,
commentary.
my next point was going to be probably the elusive BDC director's commentary that will only see the light of day if it is printed on a disc somewhere.
Oh man, I think I've got a favorite, but one of them would be probably the one. I have got a favorite. It's the one where Schwarzenegger does a commentary for Total Recall with Paul Verhoeven, because you've got the Austrian accent and the Dutch, but you've also got Arnold, who, if you've ever seen a commentary with Arnold, he talks about stuff like it's happening to him.
Oh,
So
really?
it's not like when you watch a film with a proper person who's like describing the character. He's like, remember this, where I go to Mars? And it's like, you didn't go to Mars. Like you went to Mexico and in the studio and shot out the desert. He's like, remember the scene where I killed Sharon Stone? And it's like, and then you got this other boob on the side being like, yeah, remember how we get her naked for the movie? Oh, you guys are going to be Me Too into existence. You can't do this. Where's the Weinstein commentary? Like, it's just, but it's so funny because every scene that happens, Paul's talking about New Mexico and shooting the movie and how complicated it was and all that kind of thing. But Arnold, every scene that happens, remember when I went to Mars and I remember that I wasn't actually Quaid? But he's saying it like he's so stoned. But he's saying it like it's actually happened to him. It's a documentary. It's not Douglas Quaid on Mars. It's Arnold living it. Same as Conan. Same thing. Remember when I found this sword? Find the sword. It was given to you by the prop master. Like, it's just... It's so good. He is priceless on any commentary. I would give my left ball for the Batman and Robin commentary. Oh, I was Mr. Freeze and tried to kill the Batman. I would love that.
That's how they got him into acting. It's like, you pretend you're doing it, Arnold.
They tried the meth. They tried Stanislavski. Finally, like, fuck it. Okay, it's you.
Yeah.
You're the Terminator. That is so. You've unlocked the secret of a 20-odd year of success of movies. They just said, make believe it's you and just off your toddle.
Yep.
I think that was one of our first ever conversations, was talking about True Lies and how that needed a sequel.
Ooh.
They had a sequel written, I'm pretty sure. And then Cameron said terrorism isn't funny anymore. I disagree. I think terrorism is just as funny as it was back in '94, and I reckon we've had enough of those fucking Avatar movies.
Yeah.
Give us a sequel to Titanic. Just don't give us a sequel to fucking Avatar. True Lies 2 I want to see.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
I'd be up for that.
Watched that on TV plenty of times growing
Me
up.
too. Did you tape it?
Nah.
Jerk off to
True
Jamie
Lies.
Lee Curtis all the time.
Alrighty.
I think that might be my most replayed scene. I remember on the VHS, you know, when you, like, if you watch a part of the tape over and over again, it gets more and more fucked. Like, True Lies was all alright, and then it gets to that scene, and then it just goes all fuzzy.
The interrogation scene in Basic Instinct, same thing. Nightmare to watch. Do you reckon that was her, though, or a body double?
No, it would have been her.
From the back, even?
I never found it that
Was
hot.
it?
I found there's other scenes in Basic Instinct that I found hotter.
Well, I
Dream-
mentioned in the last
Dream.
podcast that,
Yeah.
on the couch. It's fantastic. Yeah.
But what was the don't fuck with cats? Luca, no.
Yeah,
Lucas something.
Magnotta.
Yeah, the guy that tried to recreate the sex scene from Basic Instinct while he's killing someone.
Oh.
That is pretty hardcore.
That's full on. If I'm going to recreate a sex scene in a Paul Verhoeven film, I'm going to try and replicate the showgirls in the pool scene. That is one of the funniest. I literally watched it recently and I said, you're going to love this based on this one scene that I can't stop laughing in. Not only is it physically impossible, it looks stupid. When she's flopping in the fucking waterfall, it's just like...
I know, it felt powerful when the crowd was all cheering and stuff like that. Too. Like it actually took the ridiculous part out of it. Like it just like everyone was like, yeah.
It's also,
Thrust!
it's also hard when it's Kyle MacLachlan. I can't picture him fucking anyone. It's just,
Aww.
no, I can't. Nah. I watched Blue Velvet and I didn't like it, but I'm thinking I feel safe though because there's no way in hell he's going to fuck Laura Dern in this movie. Dennis Hopper's got more of a chance fucking Laura Dern in that movie than Kyle MacLachlan does. Oh, you like Heineken?
Last 10 years, that's like probably the guy that I've fallen because I like big introduction to David Lynch. But that guy, I just love seeing him everywhere now. Even in Sex and the City, I'm like, hey, it's that guy in all the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see him in more stuff. But and I did. Well, actually. Is that a spoiler?
Yes, it is.
It is a spoiler if I
We
reveal
just
him
started
being in a movie.
Twin Peaks: The Revival. So
Yeah, it's a spoiler.
No, I'm not talking about Twin Peaks. I'm talking about a movie I saw in the cinema, which I didn't know that he was in, but it might be like a cameo thing that is a bit of a spoilie. So I'll keep it quiet.
Some guys are like that. Some guys just have this knack for popping up in shit that just happens to be the right stuff at the right time. He pops to mind as the wrong fucking person because he's not. Michael Biehn from Terminator, Aliens, Tombstone, all that sort of shit. And you kind of think that, like, you forget that acting's a full-time job and then guys do it because they need fucking money. But there's some guys that you just think, shit, he's in fucking everything. I watched in the space of a week Seinfeld, not Top Gun, the parody, Hot Shots, and Blue Steel. And Kevin Dunn's in all of them. And it's like, shit, for some reason, this fucking fat guy was just like the guy that producers are like, get him! We need him in our film. And somehow, inadvertently, I reckon, he's popped up in all these like little, well, Hot Shots needs to be higher than it is, but little like pockets of... It's a good movie. Well, Miguel Ferrer.
yeah.
He's in RoboCop, Hot Shots 2.
All right.
Meandered into poor guy, into his TV career that killed him. Some guys just have that fucking knack of just popping up. The guy, I can't remember his fucking name. He's the guy with the enormous head. He's the bad guy in Shawshank Redemption, the bad guard who kills everyone.
Bob Gunton.
No, he's the...
Clancy.
Clancy
Jenkins.
No.
I know that guy went to my primary school.
No, but he's a hell of an
Clancy
actor.
Brown.
Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown was in this awful film I watched the other night, which should have been my 5-star, but it wasn't because it was crap. he was in Blue Steel with Jamie Lee from True Lies, and that movie she won an Oscar for. He was in that, amazingly good. He was in not Green Mile, the other one, Shawshank. He was very good in Penguin and everything else.
Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs. He rocks up in this as like one of the supporting guys and fucking kills it. And it's like, but he was being the good guy for a change. And it's funny watching guys who are just like, you see them on Facebook memes because no one's seen a film pre-1990, who are just like, ah. But it's like for a while, he was actually an actor who could play different stuff. And it was a shithouse film. Catherine Bigelow, who did Zero Dark 30 and the other one with they kill the landmines.
Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker. James Cameron's ex-wife. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching the film and I've gone, I reckon that's the fucking guy that did music for Terminator. And it was. They did swapsies because they're both in the 80s. He's a guy who's in everything too. Some guys have that fucking, and girls have that knack of just being in the right stuff at the right time where you connect the dots. I find it hard to believe the films John Landis directed. John Carpenter, who's getting a star on the Walk of Fame this week with John Carpenter, with Robert Englund.
Whoa,
Nice.
I thought he would have gone like that ages ago.
Carpenter.
Yeah.
Oh, Hollywood hate him.
That's true.
They don't like him.
That's true.
If you're successful and you don't kiss studio ass, then they don't like you.
Well, I do remember. Do you watch a YouTube channel called James Whale Bake Sale?
No, it's in UK James Whale, Frankenstein James Whale.
No, it's just some YouTube guy that like takes interviews of directors, actors talking about other flicks that they like. And what was it when it gets to John Carpenter talking about Robert Altman?
Oh, really?
And he just says, I don't think much of Robert Altman. I think he's just a masturbatory guy. Nothing ever happens in his films. And it like cuts back to 40 years. Some interview goes, you called the works of Robert Altman masturbatory. Do you still agree with that? Oh, yeah, I still do. And also, whenever you watch a Robert Altman film, have you ever noticed that you can't understand them? No, they always mumble.
That's so true.
Yeah.
It's always true.
That's so true, but it explains why he's getting a Walk of Fame, a star in his 80s.
But he also said that, like, I don't think a film should have any messages in them. They should be entertaining.
Well, have you seen Ghosts of Mars?
No.
I was just,
Giraffe.
my first thought was like, isn't They Live a message movie?
Yeah, but it's a message against Actually, no, tell a lie. Yeah, that should have been appreciated because it's a message against the right wing, and John is he's so far left, he's inside out, which is hilarious because Kurt Russell is so right, and they've done so many films together. I love when people say like, "Yeah, why don't you guys do another film together?" It's like because Kurt is slightly on the up, and John is literally touring now, doing his music from films. And the last film he made didn't it star fucking Amber Heard? The Ward, was that? Yeah,
What one?
The Ward.
Ward.
No one saw that.
No one saw that. No one saw fucking Ghost of Mars except me either, apparently. Which
I see Ghost of Mars.
you know
That's Ice Cube, right?
Ask you.
Yeah. I remember the guys taking whatever drug that they had, and then it was like a canister or something.
Yeah.
Take that in and then cut off his hand. And
Yeah.
Whoa, man.
Yeah. And Cube's like, you dumbass.
Yeah, and then that movie gets like way darker than I thought it would be too, because I thought it was an action movie. This is me watching it in high school, so I'm like, action movie with Ice Cube, and then everyone just starts dying. I was like, yeah.
That's a great commentary too, because it's basically John Carpenter the whole time hitting on Tasha Henstridge.
Oh, really?
At one point she's like, I'm taking my jacket off, and you hear zoop, and he's like, oh, you get naked for me? Oh, I love it. And it's like, she's not getting naked for you. She's taking her clothes off because you turn the heater up and you... His commentary with Kurt on Big Trouble is mint.
Yeah.
They're both drunk. And at one point they segue into talking about Wyatt, who's now a fledgling star, his hockey game. And they just literally divert from the film. How's your son doing hockey? Oh, he's doing great. And they talk about like how Wyatt's doing in his hockey. And it's like, oh, back to the movie. And they get back to the movie eventually. But it's great. And Kurt just laughs the whole way through it. Yeah. And for a guy who's never looked stupider on film in that movie, he takes it in good grace. Does Kurt? He's I think Kurt's a guy who really understands what movies are all about. He realizes it's all bullshit and it's all play pretend acting. And he says, and Carpenter says to me at one point, like, are you surprised how many actors don't know their lines? And Kurt's like, no. They don't anymore. But Kurt came through Disney, and he said, I was trained to know your lines, hit your mark, and whatever. And there's a great commentary for anyone that likes DVD commentaries. It's amazing.
It's the name of Barry Zuckerkorn's book in the show Barry. Oh, wait.
Cousineau.
Gene Cousineau. Barry Zuckerkorn. Who the fuck is Barry Zuckerkorn?
I don't know.
I think you just invented that person.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
Copyright. Write in your next script.
Yeah, Gene Cousineau's book, Say Your Lines, Hit Your Mark. Yeah, you never saw Barry?
Oh, Barry's
I
awesome.
highly recommend.
Barry's
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader. Yes, no, I haven't seen. No.
HBO, Bill Hader getting really good with the writing and directing in that show, and also has great performances too. And it's a show about acting, so theater acting too.
I love anything about acting because it's just the most obnoxious art form. If any of us have ever met an actor, what a bunch of fucking wankers. No, but you can see yourself an actor though. Too long a pause.
Yeah.
I want to be. Like,
No, you don't want to be. It's the worst thing you can be.
I like as a therapeutic way.
But do you agree there's a distinct between performing and acting? See, I would never consider anything I've ever done my whole life acting. I would always consider it performing.
I prefer performing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acting's bullshit. It is just, and I find...
Especially if you're over a person that wants to do it for a high paycheck.
I do it for all the money in the world, but I feel like anytime anyone actually talks about... I find people talking about acting the most repugnant, disgusting thing. I was always taught politics and sex you shouldn't talk about. Fuck that. An actor talking about their fucking process or their method. Oh, stick a ballpoint point up my hole. That is literally the worst thing. Like, it's just... Honestly, what are you doing? You're pretending, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
That's why I like so many actors like Brando, who like Robert Mitchum, who are saying, like, this is actually bullshit way for men to make a living. Pretending to be other people. I love that. That's so fucking endearing to me because it's like it is. Like Paul Hogan saying, like, oh, I'm really good at pretending to be somebody else. That's what acting is. We did it when we were all kids. We all, as kids, pretended to be Batman or a cowboy or a fucking...
Yeah.
Princess Toadstool. We all pretended to.
Right. I respect the art form. I think it's pretty like, even though it is fun, but like remembering lines pretty hard to see, especially when all the pressure's on you and everything around it too. And
Have
being in the
you been on a set though? Like, do you?
I mean, not really, but I've witnessed it. I was around while Brennan was filming his stuff. I was impressed by all the actors doing their thing on his stuff.
Well, I will say last night, watching Beauty and the Beast, all the lines that they had to remember and all the songs and stuff, that was quite impressive.
But do you think there's a distinction between though retaining lines and movements? And actually, I didn't want to see that show until your recommendation. Now I think I will check it out.
It was pretty sweet.
Is it all right?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
There's a difference between going through the motions. I mean, we could all do it. We could start this thing again from the start and say, you're going to sit there, I'm going to sit here, you'll be asleep, so you ignore this rest of this. And we all go through our thing and do it in an entertaining way that the audience gets across. But then if one of us had said, but what's my motivation? Why am I sitting on the couch? That'd be you, sleepy. Wouldn't you kind of go... Just sit there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just... That's the part that loses me, where I just go... like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just... That's the part where
You wouldn't watch an episode of Inside the Actor's Studio.
I've seen plenty of them. And most of them are fucking horrendous. Did you see one with Goldie Hawn? Where Jane Lipton goes to her, when you get to heaven, what would you like to hear God say? And she goes, that all the sick children in the world are cured. And it's like, go fuck yourself. What are you talking about? I like the ones with Travolta where he goes, I used to perform in front of my parents as a kid. My dad built me a stage. That's why I'm gay. And now I perform to like... Do you know what I mean? Like, he actually just says, I like doing it. That's why I like being an actor. Like, just cut through the fucking bullshit. You like performing. Some people like performing.
Yeah.
Don't fucking, because I get to a real deep part of my soul and then I get to be acted out. God, just fucking, I don't know. It's a job, isn't it?
I think you're allowed to want to like have that job or have that desire to perform. You don't have to hide behind, I'm going into this deep process. I think...
Did you have any pain in the asses on the set of BDC?
No, everyone was pretty cool.
But did you observe anyone? I mean, you're the director. Did you have to direct anyone, or did everyone rock up ready to rock and roll?
Everyone was there to pretty much rock and roll. Some people, like Jonathan Hearns, who plays Trev, the antagonist, because we've worked together in the past, I didn't really have to say too much to him. He would like maybe have a question here and there, but he knows what I want. I know how he works, so he was pretty much in the bag. And then some people that were newer, like Sarah or like David Lamb, would come to me with more questions and stuff. And
What were the questions?
God, I can't remember right now. It's just like, ugh. I can't remember anything specific, but it's like just little adjustments. Like,
Did you give them the George Lucas, like faster and quicker,
no,
faster and louder?
just try to give an answer. Like most of it was like, leaning more like this kind of emotion. Like, I don't know. I can't even think. It's that long ago now.
Do you believe there's a? I think there's a craft to it. I think it's not unlike a handyman or a plumber. I think there's definitely do's and do nots. But do you think there's like a I think if there's an expressive thing, that's very personal. I don't think that's something that a director or the material brings out. I think it's something that if you want to be a crazy in the scene and you want to act like your daddy yelled at you because you didn't put your toys away, that's a choice. But do you, as a director, think back to a time when you were really happy and?
For me, when I direct, just kind of keep in mind of like why I enjoy making movies in the first place, and just try and stay in that.
How far is the performance when you see it on set compared to what you had envisioned in the script?
Everyone pretty much got it spot on what I wanted. Like that's the crazy thing about BDC. Like it pretty much turned out how I envisioned it to go, and pretty much everything went right except like one day where we had to like cancel this one location. But everything pretty much went to plan as well, which was crazy.
Crazy, it's good planning.
And that was because of like pre-production was during COVID, so I had like heaps of time to just sit at home and like organize everything down to the day. So we came into it like rehearsed a couple times, so we just came into it ready to smash it out.
We've hit an hour, and I don't think we've mentioned who won the Oscar ball. Yeah.
There's no need.
Do you have the points all summarized, Phil?
Alrighty. So, you want to go with the least correct or the most correct?
Yeah, go from least to highest.
Alrighty. So, the person that got the least correct is Javo with 7 points.
Nice.
Second last would be me with 8 points. And
Nice.
second place comes to Brendan with 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
And our winner with 14.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Miss
Bruno?
Yes. Lucas the Spooner.
Hey.
Hey.
Look, I had an unfair advantage. I'm older than you fellas. I've seen more films than you have. I've seen more Academy Awards than you have, and I know where it's leaning, and it's all leaning to. If they could have given Best Actor to a girl, they would have this year. Don't feel bad, guys. We're all leaning towards the chick flicks this movie. I did rewatch only one film of contention, and that was unfortunately Substance. I'll tell you what, I doubled down on my makeup award that I won. But holy shit, Christ on a bike. That fucking movie, I have so many problems with that. And they were all at the same time. I was so invested from the start. I'm like, oh, the little fucking egg thing. I love this. And I remember watching it with Deja Vu like, I've enjoyed this before. Oh, here we come. And I remember exactly the same points I dropped off again and again. And I was stoked when she comes out. It's like, "Urgh." But then I'm like, all right, how the fuck is she running to get her next thing? Why is she now putting up a fist fight against the... Anyway.
Do you want to take a guess on how much Neon Pictures, the distributor of Honora, the Best Picture winner, spent on the campaign?
A fucking shitload.
Do you guess the budget of the film?
8 million.
Lower.
5. 6.
Correct. And how much for the campaign?
36 million.
Lower.
30.
Lower.
Doesn't matter. 20.
Lower.
10.
Higher.
15.
Higher.
Just round it off to the
$18 million.
What's the point? And who cares? And you know what? I guarantee this. We're not going to remember this fucking movie, nor its actor or director, 5 years from now.
Well, you don't reckon people remember Sean Baker?
He's gonna. I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, he's gonna be working
Yeah.
for the rest of his career. I reckon.
But doing what? Are they going to offer him
Movies.
a Marvel,
Yeah.
a Marvel franchise?
He'll just have his.
He'll do his own movie.
Yeah, he'll do his own thing. He's an auteur, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Definitely is.
where does his style go? Like,
Precisely. He's made that.
Mm.
Now what does he do that isn't derivative of Angora?
No, I'm okay with him directing hot chicks and getting him to do hot shit.
Billy Madison's not a hot chick. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, because Angora was so funny.
I laughed a few times.
Oh, maybe he's lucky he can do Happy Gilmore 3 with Sandman. That'd be good to see.
Right. So I did watch Sing Sing.
What do you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I really liked it
very
too.
teary. I got a bit teary-eyed,
Really?
and the fact that it was based off an actual program they have in prisons of prisoners doing theatre, and they actually did cast real prisoners who went through that program, and that was like a film where the director's like not really the main thing. It's like it's showcasing these actors, these people that can have a life away from their incarcerated past. And I do believe that the supporting actor who played Divine I, because he used to be a drug dealer in real life, I think he should have gotten a Best Supporting Actor nod. But yeah.
He wasn't even nominated.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah. Any more convos about the
Yeah, did we catch anything interesting that happened throughout the night? I know one person sent to me that like Demi's reaction when she lost. You can see her heartbreak. I watched the clip. You could see that she was a bit down because you would think, oh, it's either me or her. And but it wasn't like too. She's a great actress, so you couldn't see.
yeah.
I think she's been around the business long enough to know that she wasn't going to win. But the thing was, the lead up to it, there was every indication that she might. And that's
Probably as close as she'll get.
yeah. And I think
Well, it's kind of poetic too, though, that she lost to the young
sex worker.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
your movie.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said last time, I feel like she's not. She's always been she can act. She's great, but she's never been Meryl Streep or like a Kate Blanchett, someone that's shown much diversity. There's always been a semblance of her. But having said that, Gene Hackman, who passed away, fuck me, show me one bit of semblance of his fucking performances. But with the exceptions of like things like Tannenbaum's or Get Shorty, he's the same hard ass in every fucking movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's always the same guy that's like, I'm the commander of the ship, and it's like, we know you are. Shut up. But he's the same guy in every movie. But then every now and then he does a weird comic turn that's fucking hilarious. I rewatched Get Shorty after he passed, and Jesus Christ, he was funny when he was being like.
Was more details released about his death? I know
Yeah,
his
and
wife died a few days earlier.
he was wandering about the house for 9 days.
Oh shit!
That is the most miserable fucking existence for a dude who looked 7 feet tall on screen.
Yeah.
He was just like, and I didn't realize either he had to retire after that amazing film with Everybody Loves Raymond because the quack said, great flick.
Oh, shit.
He had to retire because the quack said, listen, being on set's too hard for your heart. And what a swan song, fucking Ray Barone. He goes out with that. But like, yeah, that is the saddest as shit. That's like Clint Eastwood dies crapping his pants. It's like we're left with that. We're left with Dirty Harry having a shitstorm in his own jeans. How do you warrant Popeye Doyle wandering about the house with his dead wife. Wake up. And it's like, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
I think a pretty mediocre Oscars as usual. Conan O'Brien hosting was pretty dope. That segment with Sandler
Yeah,
about
that's
not
the only thing.
not being dressed. That was fucking gold. That was fantastic.
I do remember the section where he was talking in different languages, and when he spoke Chinese, he says, "I'm forever in debt. I will work." Your cash, please hire me.
He's so good. And he was so much better than Kimmel. He was really good.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Nora sweeped it. That's all. Like I don't remember from.
The documentary feature "No Other Land." That one, but there was like slight controversy because it can only exist because it was about Palestine, but had an Israeli co-director. Yeah, it's like I'm too stupid to get the whole details of that.
You don't need them. All you need to know is the Academy Awards is political. I can't pinpoint when it started being, but there was a time, and it just was. I don't know. I'll be that guy. I say from when Russell Crowe didn't win for Beautiful Mind 2001, and they gave it to Denzel for Training Day. That's when it started being.
Both great performances, though.
Was Denzel and great in Training Day?
Some people say that's Denzel's best.
Malcolm X, Hurricane Carter.
Yeah. I mean,
Malcolm X is
those are-
fucking cool.
Yeah. But a lot of, I mean, more normies.
I'll
I
have
guess.
to watch. I'll have to watch Training Day and possibly G.I. Jane again.
Best thing about Training Day is Eva Mendes.
Yeah, for the 2 seconds.
You have down to a time code. You're good. I can pinpoint scenes. He knows the time frame.
Jordan, we can hire you for Mr. Skin.
You got 2 seconds. Go.
Alrighty, so do you think we'll do this again?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
for sure.
Yeah, it was a fun time. Good excuse to hang out with Lucas and
Also
talk
to
shit about movies.
yeah.
Well, I wish Jordan made the comment that I go deep on films. I'd love a girl to say that to me once, but I've never had it yet. I'd happily replicate that.
There you go.
Chick here next time. Someone to have the feminine point of view.
Ladies.
Any of you into films and want to?
You had a chick here last time. What are you talking about?
I mean, we do have the beautiful.
Hey, Danny.
Didn't see you standing there.
Danny
Yeah.
Minogue. Oh,
Thanks again, Phil, for getting those sorted.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was an insightful process into the.
Oh, I do remember one thing. Zoe Saldana got in shit because she said that her movie is not for Mexican people, and then everybody was like, "What?"
She deserves to get in shit. Was she soon as she won? Mommy, fucking shut up! You've just been given an award you don't deserve. Just behave yourself, seriously.
And no one thanked the trans community at all. Any of the
It's trans movie. It's not a Mexican movie. It's more of a trans movie.
a French trans Mexican movie.
Actually, the first half is a trans movie. The second half is a Mexican movie.
Look, the Academy Awards never lets me down. It is what it is. They're pumping up their own industry. They're glad handing themselves. I hate to use the word again for the fourth time. It's so masturbatory. I'll just use the Australian colloquialism. It's so jacking off. It's just you know what it is.
It was because it was created by Louis B. Mayer, the creator of MGM, as a way of getting actors to stop asking for higher pay.
To do what? Hey, you called it. Cannes is the way to judge films. Yeah. Even though Substance won for some reason for best writing, I never understand that.
The only thing is like with Cannes, like you don't see anything about it. Like you have way afterwards, you can't see the movies before they talk about it.
I'd love to know the budget for that shithouse film pre-Cannes.
The Substance?
No, not that one. The other shithouse film, Angora. Yeah, exactly.
One in Cannes.
Did it really?
Yeah,
the best picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
what's you know what? Brutalist should have won.
Brutalist should have won.
It should have won something. That movie deserved something, and it didn't really.
did.
Adrian Brody win?
Adrian Brody,
Yeah.
cinematography
Against
score.
shit competition.
Yeah.
But do you reckon should it be compliant that if the best picture wins, should it be like a foregone conclusion the best director wins? Because who made the fucking movie?
They've had it change before.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
kind of, yeah. I do think if you've made the best picture, it should be best director as well.
But we want to give your producers something.
They don't need anything. At this point, they've got enough.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the next one that gets the big four. So we had Silence of the Lambs in '91, and then we had As Good as It not As Good as It Gets. We did have, didn't we? Didn't Al Brooks win for best director? Nicholson and Helen Hunt. That might have been the last one. And then we had Cuckoo's Nest. I'm pretty sure won the big four. And I know Angora Guy won fucking editing. But you know what? If you're editing, and you can attest to this, if you're winning best editing for your film, that means you had no money for your fucking film to hire an editor, right? Is that right? When I watch I've literally trained people to watch films with them. I go, okay, now watch for the logos at the start. If you see more than 2 logos, this movie had fuck all money. Now, if you see the same guy's name repeated more than twice, we know that also had no fucking money. If he won a big award, he won the most awards. If you win for all those many awards, that means you didn't. You had fuck all money, yeah. I mean, if you could afford to hire an editor who edits like Eric Bana's films, you would have got him in to say, take a look at this little BDC thing going on, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, right.
I only did it out of like necessity. Just
Yeah,
like
right.
can't pay anyone to edit the film, so I have to do it.
Let's, for example, the guy that edited that hideous The Dry 2, if he did come in, look at your film and go, this is my cut, you would, on that budget, shoot to cut, yeah? You would literally shoot what you're going to cut together. You wouldn't do coverage just for safeties?
No, just kind of shoot what we need.
Yeah.
Like one thing was like everything that I came up with on the set at the time, like, I've got a shot idea, I didn't use in the film. So pretty much just everything that was like on the shot list that we were set to shoot was in the film.
Did you have a hard time with the DP? Because every DP I know on an indie is a fuckwit.
No, we've worked together before. We're kind of friends.
Got the best
Yeah.
DP in Melbourne.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Maybe in Australia, I'd say.
Yeah. Rainy.
That's right. Anthony Carini.
We'll have him on here sometimes.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying you're a fuckwit. I was just saying past experience on the indies. I've seen fist fights between directors and DPs because DPs think they're directors.
Want to be the coolest person on set.
We're at my went to the same film school. Have similar like tastes as well. So I think we work together pretty well.
Fellow Tism fan, Anthony Carini. Awesome cinematographer.
All the big little boys were in his short film that he put recently.
Yeah.
Well, not last year.
And if you don't mind untalented actors with a drinking problem, I'm available. I'm booked on Neighbours for the next 4 weeks, but other than that, I can work around you.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Didn't Neighbours just get cancelled again?
No, they're back.
They're back.
Oh, awesome.
Thanks to Amazon UK.
Oh, and thank God Amazon have bought the James Bond franchise because that's what we want.
So
Fingers crossed for a black James Bond. The movie looks like you shot everything that you included everything that you shot. Didn't look like there was much waste of space.
No waste of space.
Yeah.
Just the stuff that I came up with on the day didn't make it in there, but everything that we planned to shoot is in the film. I kind of wanted to do that anyway. Like, I just want to have everything in there.
What about the script? Was there much from the script that was there any improv, or was it all work?
All pretty much the script. Some editing. Oh, no, it's not really anything.
Do you ever get the actors, this line doesn't work for me, what if I just say this?
Oh, I think we maybe like cut like a few lines here and there or a few words. But pretty much, yeah, from start to finish was like from the script, what we had planned to shoot was the film.
It's a tight movie. I watched it again recently. It's a fucking tight film. Like it's
Oh, thanks.
it's there's not much wasted on screen.
No, well, that was kind of like the idea. It's like, well, got to make something. Like, it's only just talking heads for like 97 minutes, so we need to make it look like something.
So email Bounty and tell them to put out the physical release.
yeah, please do that, Lucas. Email bands. He's like,
Oh yeah, they're gonna
And everody watching too.
yeah.
Phil,
Well, they're
me
gonna-
and you have to do this too.
They're gonna hear from me and think, oh, this guy's a big player on Neighbours. We better get this thing moving now.
Didn't you have a game you want to play?
Oh, before we move on to game, one question I did want to ask Lucas. Would Cop be your most rewatched film?
Jesus Christ! Put a gun on me. Most rewatched film. That's you know what? Controversial. Even though I really detest him and his filmmaking, although I love most of what he says, Spooner, if you won't interrupt me. My most watched film, Pulp Fiction.
Oh. Yeah, I've seen that a few times too.
At least you put a gun on me. I would have ripped my gun if I hadn't known there were good pieces here.
Next time.
Close second is Godfather Part 2. And a close third is Clockwork Orange.
Ooh.
May I say, to the uninitiated at home, old mate
That's
has...
a hard one to rewatch. Yeah, for me.
hilarious.
It's so agonizing.
Oh, it's great.
Large portion of that movie is just people suffering. It's like Silence. I love Silence as a film, but I can't rewatch that too many times.
So I watched this the first time, and I was like, I was horrified. My mum left the room, Dad not long after. And my buddy, who gave me my first Clockwork on CD, I go, I finally watched Clockwork. He goes, did you laugh? I said, no, not much. And he goes, watch it again, you'll piss yourself.
You
And
will love the rape scene.
I don't love it. I like it, but I don't love it. But there is a lot of comedy in that flick. And that is literally Kubrick at almost the height of his powers. Right?
Yeah. To visualize that film, it's pretty.
And apparently days on set, not shooting anything. Just him being there being like, not shooting, figuring stuff out. Like the rape with Malcolm singing in the rain. And yeah, I don't know. I'd like to believe that Eyes Wide Shut is his. I've heard rumours that Tom Cruise directed the rest of that because he died. Tom Cruise can direct traffic on a one-way street. I reckon that is his final masterpiece. And I reckon it's his love letter to his wife. Saying, I have had so many opportunities to fuck girls that aren't you, but I haven't. Missed my love letter to you. Oh, I got a tightening in my chest. I'm dead. And it's her way of being like, he did love me. And Kubrick, man, fuck, we got to do a whole new podcast on Kubrick. That is like
Absolutely.
unto itself.
I've got a majority of his flicks. I haven't got Spartacus.
You're not missing anything. He barely directed it.
I reckon the thing we should try is commentaries too. Like watch a movie with some people, record that, and also just talk shit. And
I think you and I should have disagreements to the point where you punch me in the head because I reckon
the Anchorman commentary.
honestly, the feedback I got was how close was the guy on the couch to leveling you when you said the point where you said, "Do you like anything?" was the most provocative thing.
Maybe that's just when I'm drinking, but never any violence, bro.
I said, "Look, I didn't go to air, but on the when the cameras weren't rolling, he did say to me." I thought you liked movies, you fat fuck. And I said, I like them, but I love hating them more. But like you said, I appreciate that because we only had one chat at the Pepper Tree. And it was about how much we instantly disliked each other's taste in flicks. And that's why I love... Because you can't... In every walk of life, there's not people that have been on set, that have made films, that have appeared in films... that can discuss films at this level, and that's why I love this podcast so much because we can chat about it at levels we can't chat about in our ordinary workaday lives. How many people at the aged care facility have seen a film that hasn't got Charles Bronson in it?
There's plenty of...
Tell them there's a guy out there called Jason Statham who's literally the Charles Bronson of today.
I do recall one resident, not in this one that I work at, but back in Newborough, who always had he always dressed like a teenager of the 2010s. It was so weird, and he always had like Crank or Lock, Stock. He always had the and there was like one time I was like,
can I top up?
Yeah, man. I think I was like doing the tea run, and I was like hearing Johnny Knoxville's laugh. I was like, hey, Are you watching Jackass? And I looked, I was like, holy shit, you are. You're my favorite resident right now.
I guarantee behind Lock, Stock and Jackass was Hard Times, Death Wish, Great Escape. He's like a Charles Bronson fan from way back.
Yeah.
I think the Crank films are underrated. I love them.
Agreed. Yes, agreed. Yeah.
At that time of YouTube kind of content taking off, that real quick cutting.
Yep.
And I think they were pretty sweet. 2 films.
That first one was a fucking masterpiece. Yeah. That was so good. And he's a guy who I think is going to follow the Schwarzenegger path as opposed to the Stallone path. He's going to work with good directors and find a balance between schlock and shit, whereas I think poor old Stallone, he worked with foreigners that he could control and make Drek. Statham could be, the guy that makes good flicks. No, stays within his range like Clint Eastwood, but also does, seasonal flicks. Yeah.
Who else is like the action man? The Rock.
Fuck. But no, because
OIS.
he's with Scorsese now apparently doing a film.
The Indonesian dude from The Raid. He's not really doing...
I want to see the guy that directed The Raid, but he's filming with Tom Hardy.
Is that the new one that
On
he's working
Netflix,
on?
apparently, yeah.
Wait, I'm trying to think. Is that the horror? Because he did a horror movie, but I know he's working one. It's all on a train. Is that one from Hardy?
Maybe not, but he's doing a film with Tom Hardy on Netflix. But Tom Hardy's doing Guy Ritchie's series with Pierce Brosnan about the Irish mob. I can't fucking
really?
wait. I can't wait for that.
That sounds awesome.
Fuck, it's going to be
Sold on
good.
that.
I think he only directed a couple episodes. He didn't create it.
Oh, really?
Richie?
Yeah, the Pierce Brosnan, Tom Hardy one.
Well, that's okay because I hate a gentleman, so I'm happy to watch
Whoa. Yeah, like Gentlemen.
the movie or the show.
Oh, my first thought was the series. That was the most recent watch.
Christ, the series was a hard watch for me. I
thought it was funny.
Did you?
A little bit, yeah.
I like why am I forgetting his name?
Theo, the main guy?
No, the guy. No, the guy. Fucking, I can picture him. He's in Departed with Leo, breaks Leo's arm.
Oh,
Ray Winston.
Yeah.
Ray Winston I liked, but the show not so much. Yeah. But Guy Ritchie, he's a poor man's Tarantino, but it's does some good stuff. I loved Rock and Roller.
Yeah.
I still want that trilogy.
Where's the next fucking rock and roll movie coming out? He said in the credits that he's got to make another one.
He's had a solid career.
Ritchie.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. As much as Lock, Stock is so derivative of Tarantino, there's good rip-offs and there's bad rip-offs. Like Tarantino is a good rip-off of De Palma and Sergio Leone. Guy Ritchie's a great rip-off of Tarantino. Do you know what's a really shit rip-off of Tarantino that I love that sucks balls, but I love it anyway? Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, directed by Keith Sutherland.
Oh.
You ever watched it?
No.
It's like The Rider put on True Romance and Reservoir Dogs on two screens at the same time and went, and like literally, and then every now and then went, Natural Born Killers. Okay, and it is the most fucking horrible film.
Sounds cool.
It's so bad, but it's like it's literally if you were commissioned to write a Hot Shots Part 3 of Tarantino films, this is what this would be. It's fucking dog shit, but it's so entertaining. Check it out. Truth and Consequences, New Mexico.
Cool.
By the great Kiefer Sutherland, who's a great director.
What was it? Truth or Consequences, the New Mexico town, is also where Ari Aster's filming his new movie with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, it's going to be a modern day Western.
Oh, well, I was hoping for Joker Part 3, but that's okay. We can.
Hey, if Ari Aster did Joker Part 3, I'll be way down for that.
I'm for that. Yeah, we all hit a speed bump. That Part 2 was a piece of shit, but I'm looking forward to this.
Haven't seen it yet.
Really?
No.
You all seen Part 2?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Did
you like
can
part
see the
one?
merit in it.
Yeah.
I didn't mind part one,
Oh.
but I can see like they had to write something, and without it just being Joker on a rampage,
I think the movie is
it's
like
as good as it could be
two
for a
good
big
scenes.
studio film.
That's
Scenes.
There's like a court scene. Actually, there's two good court scenes in there, which I enjoyed. The songs weren't even that good too. I love even the songs that they sing too, but like it just never really like hit. But even the big action sequence that they have in it is sort of like dull. But there's like two court scenes that I actually really I don't want to spoil too much of because Phil hasn't seen it.
You're not missing much, mate.
I'll only watch for Tim Dillon. That's about it, really.
Yeah.
I didn't.
They do reference John Wayne Gacy.
A little bit. I didn't like Part 1. I really had problems with Part 1. But Part 2 was basically... They reckon Part 2 was... I've heard different things. They reckon Part 2 is an apology for Part 1. And it's like trolling the fans of Part 1, which...
Yeah, I can see that being a thing, yeah.
But they also reckon that they gave Joaquin the keys to the car and said... Which I can't imagine Todd Phillips his pull with Warner Brothers right now after the Hangover series and Part 1, I can't see him giving the keys to the car to anyone, let alone fucking Joaquin.
Yeah.
Oscar withstanding. Where he's like, I just want to do this goofy thing with me and Lady Gaga. It's like, if you want to have sex with Lady Gaga, you don't have to make a movie. There's ways around that. Like, I didn't like it, but I also hated Part 1, so I kind of watched Part 2 being like, yeah, this is what I expected. Like, it's not a Batman film. It's not a comic book film. It's not... It's in its own canon of just...
They definitely like shot things like for the trailer as well. Like
Right.
wrote that into the film.
Yeah.
Well, like, I like Todd Phillips.
I love Todd Phillips, yeah.
You know, he's such a big G.G. Allen fan. I could see him just be like, I want to say fuck you to everybody. And everybody that loves the first one and touts it as like this masterpiece. Like, let's just shit on them, shit on everything that you expected the sequel would be. But it's also, but as a movie, as it's standalone,
Nothing special.
yeah, nothing special.
But they did pour a lot of money into it,
Yeah.
like production wise.
And now they're hanging all their fucking fortunes on this fucking Superman movie. And it's like...
Kind of like it as an art piece, though. Like, just...
Joker 2.
Joker 2,
Yeah.
like, just because it's trying to say
Yes.
it's trying to make you think about it a bit too, and just even like even if you hate the entire thing, it's still kind of making you hate it as well too. So
Well, so that's how I felt about Strange Darling. See, I knew from the fucking start, the first title, I think post the logos, when it was like, this film was shot on 35 mil.
Okay.
I went, go fuck yourself. We don't need to know that.
Yeah.
And not only that, we don't care. You're up your own ass already. That's fine. Go fuck yourself. I'll watch your daffy little movie. And I went, oh, I'm going to watch this, but mind you, I'm probably going to hate it. And off we go. And then it's like, oh, wait, this is a thriller told in 7 chapters. It's like, I don't fucking care how many chapters, dickface. I just want to watch a movie. And it's like, oh, we're starting at chapter 3. Okay, I don't know how you read books. But when I read books, I start at chapter 1. And I don't skip the chapter. Oh, you obnoxious cunt. And so that was a movie where I went, you are so far up your own ass, I instantly want to hate you. And I've said before about movies I watch where... Sorry, Spino. I lost myself. I've been upset, but in all fairness, in the topic of the podcast, I'm speaking about films that drive me fucking insane. And I went, all right, I'll watch you because I'm going to hate watching this film so much. And I did. And I loved hate watching every frame of this fucking abortion. And by the end, I was just like, no, fuck yourself. Which made no sense at the ending either, by the way. And the cop scene... Okay, we'll go with that because this would happen in police procedures everywhere. Oh, yeah, no spoilers, guys, but just know, watching this scene, all my fellow wannabe cops out there, don't do what they do because it's fucking retarded. But that's how I sort of felt with Joker. I'm kind of like, oh no, I'm not watching a movie like in terms of like The French Connection or Goodfellas. I'm watching some cockhead's idea of film art. Like, I'm doing my best Pulp Fiction parody. You're doing it badly, but proceed. That's how I felt with Joker. I'm like, as you said, this is the film they wanted to make. Let it go and be its own thing. Mock it brutally and throw eggs at it, but it's its own thing. And it was, and Warner Brothers don't release shit they don't want the public to see. They put it out there saying, this is our baby. Like... And that's how I felt with
Coyote versus Acme now.
but it was
It's going to
like-
happen. From that article I saw today, it's
Okay.
100% going to happen.
I think it is too.
Yeah, they said it's the same people that are putting out The Day the Earth Blew Up, trying to buy it for like 50 million.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
All right.
Which is why we need to grab good films by the cuffs of their collars. That's not the cuffs on the sleeves. Their collars, and say, fuck, we're going to hang on to them because we're getting a deluge of direct at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
And good films are few and far between. So without any pressure, mate, we're putting our hopes and dreams on you to make films to see, for Christ's sake.
Just give me the
Friendly
budget.
Wave.
Yeah.
Hey?
Just give me the budget.
What's the budget?
Just whatever you want to give.
I got a lot to give, mate.
Yeah.
How many films do you want to make?
Infinite.
Yeah, yeah.
I got
That works.
no, I've got scripts that I would like to produce. You know, given the opportunity, and then I'm also open to like scripts coming my way as well. So
I'm not here for a haircut, fellas. I have less hair than everyone. Let's make some films.
Nice.
Especially you. Why are you awake now? You're freaking me out with your awakeness. What was your
So enamored by
What's your top 3 films? Die Hard 2?
Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakquel.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a big fan of the Squeakquel.
Milo and Otis.
No, she hates that film.
Airbud.
That's like, it's the worst film that you can show a dog. The history with everything that happened. There's a literal scene where a bear is like biting onto a small tiger.
And also, block your ears, Chief. Was like 8 dogs killed in that movie?
Oh, they broke. I think they did more. It's more the cats that were killed. The cats they threw off a cliff. That's one a shot. They broke the leg of a cat, so it's limping in one scene. They really did not give a fuck about the cats. Dogs, I think, putting a pug and getting it to fight a bear, I'm sure that probably ended badly because you do see it bite onto the little pug. So, yeah.
Must apologise. Even though I'm having wine, I got to break the seal. Is the bathroom clean?
Yes, it is.
I knew it would be.
Alrighty. Did you hear about the whale from Free Willy? Well, but was it?
Sushi.
Was, after they filmed it, it was
Can you?
it was put back into the ocean so it can like go back into nature.
Yeah.
But it ended up being, what was it? All the other whales didn't want to connect with it, so it ended up dying of loneliness.
Well,
That's sad.
I've got to explain the rules when
Okay.
when he gets back. For a
So
week.
we've got this week. Well, there's like 6 games, but we're just going to play one called from an awesome card game called Cinephile. A game made by Cinephiles for Cinephiles, and we're going to play Head On.
Did you say we're all cinephiles here?
What?
Cinephiles? I don't like that being described as a file of anything.
I'm an open cinephile.
Whoa! Phil, are you a cinephile?
Yes.
You guys are disgusting.
There's nothing more pure than being it's the purest love for anything.
Enthusiast. What would you prefer? What film fan?
Cineman.
Cineman.
Just
Alright.
like the ending of Inland Empire.
Okay. Well,
Oh, Cinemad.
special card gift from Lyndon, former stage manager from theatre group that me and Lucas were part of. And we're going to play Head On. The object of the game is to correctly guess more actors or films in 60 seconds than your opponents can. So,
You're going to have to repeat this as soon as Lucas comes out.
alrighty then.
That's the one we're going to do?
Yeah. So we've each got 60 seconds. And yeah, we're all going to get a card that we won't look at. And we'll put on our heads. And the rest of us will have to give out clues. And the person with the card will have to guess.
Cool.
I'll go with a solo.
I'm good.
I'm all right for the minute.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So,
Okay, so explain to Lucas.
alrighty. We're going to play a game called Head On with the Cinephile card games. It's awesome. And yeah, the object of the game is to correctly guess more actors or films in 60 seconds than your opponents can. Well, you're about to find out, I guess. So yeah, one player draws a card from the deck. Without looking at it, the player holds the card face out on their forehead. Before play begins, the player must decide if they want to guess either the actor or the film on the card.
Ooh.
Okay, and it'll be 60 seconds. And whoever has the most correct guesses keeps their card and wins.
Sounds good.
Okie dokie.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, so I'll probably go. I'll go first.
Yeah, okay.
So
Alrighty
go
then.
clockwise.
I've got the timer on.
And wait.
Do you want me to hold the timer? Do you want me to deal with the timer while you go?
Alrighty. Alright. Yep.
Cheers.
And I will guess actor. I'll guess the actors. Because
Okay.
each card has an actor and a film on it. On the card.
So Phil's going actors.
It's all right.
So he goes card first.
Yeah. And we have to give him clues.
Without mentioning the actor's name or.
Do we take turns or?
Uh,
Do we choose between actor and film?
if you want when you're guessing.
Spino, will you explain the rules to us, please?
Go over the rules again, Phil.
No. We're good. Go
For
card,
the third
card.
time for the audience. It's all right. Let's just give it a
card.
go.
Go card.
All right. I'll
Oh
go.
fuck! The time. The phone timed out.
Who wins? Like, do we?
Alrighty. So you'll take a guess.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'll guess the actors, and if I can.
Get ready. Come on.
Fucking-
Get it ready, Phil. 58.
maybe pull the deck
59. Go.
Maybe
Okay.
it's upside down.
It's upside down.
All right.
Chin.
Pretty lawyer.
Can we say words like movies? Or she's
Blonde lawyer.
Reese with the spoon.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, pull the deck out.
Whoa. What are the
Right.
rules? What can you? Are you going in? Okay.
Can we say movie?
Head in a. What's in the box?
Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
LA Confidential. Girl.
Sandra Bullock.
No, she wasn't in that.
Oh.
Batman. Girl.
Kim Basinger.
Yep.
Yep.
Kurt Russell. Wife.
Yeah.
Goldie Hawn.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, Ugly Guy. Spider-Man.
Nosferatu.
What? Oh, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
There got to be rules. This is too easy.
Ping. Ping's end.
No.
End.
Liam's brother. No, Luke's brother.
We've passed the minute.
Have we? Oh, we're out.
Yes, we're at.
All right, we're gone. Owen Wilson. All right.
I said Liam, so I was thinking of that famous actor Liam Wilson.
Alrighty, so I got
Should
one.
we pull the decks out?
Yeah.
Make it easier to grab.
That's probably a smart move. Alrighty, so I got.
Did
four-
well, mate.
Thanks. So yeah. So I got
these are actors, right?
actors and films.
One is actors, one is movies.
So yeah, below is like the film title.
Oh, really? I could not see a film title. on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You see?
Yeah.
So we're just
Didn't
gonna
even,
go with
yeah,
actors?
we just have to go with actors.
Alrighty.
Unless we're like going to stare at the card super close.
Oh wait, I got 5. There we go. I got 5 cards correct.
Well, you had really good clues, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, dude. I'll take.
Get your phone too so you can do the timer properly.
Alrighty, so you. Okay.
No?
Go. Oh!
Twilight male.
Pattinson.
Correct. Oh!
Kerry.
Correct. Brad Pitt's exes.
Aniston.
No.
No.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Correct. Oh!
Shining.
Nicholson.
No.
Well.
The other one, yeah. I'm sick of these motherfucking snakes.
Jackson.
Adrian.
Sloan.
Yeah.
I was going to say cliffhanger.
Ooh, just died with his wife. Should have been.
Kill Bill.
Yeah, should have been Bill. Yeah.
Done! Done.
There we go.
Right.
Done.
Yeah, we're done. Alrighty.
Lauren Beatty, you sexy fuck.
Alrighty, so how much did you get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Whoa!
Nice.
Alrighty.
All right. I had good clues, everyone watching at home. I had good clues. I don't know anything about movies.
Okay.
All right.
Favorite film is Staying Alive.
3, 2, 1, go. Whoa.
Golden Horn's husband.
Thing.
Kurt Russell.
Yep.
Correct.
Can't see. Holding your fingers there.
Director, actor,
Oh.
Lady Bird.
Barbie.
Greta Gerwig.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the other thing?
Shit, that's a fucking hard one.
Django.
Denzel's daughter.
Django wife.
Django wife.
Pass.
Oh. Aussie, ugly, good actor.
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Naomi Watts.
Indiana Jones.
Blanchett.
Yes.
Yeah. Kerry Russell.
No. Kerry's correct, but not Russell.
Can't see.
So
Reservoir Dogs.
first,
Pale Lieutenant.
Scorsese.
Main Streets.
Keitel.
Yes.
Wolf.
Oh,
Oh, I got two.
Two.
Red
Magnolia.
Hair, Hannibal. Hannibal's girlfriend and Hannibal. Assassins.
Julianne.
Yes.
yes, done.
Oh, good sort.
What was
I thought Hannibal because that's where she gets her hair caught in the fridge.
Oh, Kerry Washington.
Yeah. In fact, who is
Kerry.
Yeah.
Is she Denzel's wife? I don't know.
I was about Django's wife.
3, 4, 5.
Denzel's wife. Where's she Washington?
Oh yeah. Dang.
Okay.
It's hard to pick the clues. Like who?
Sorry.
Yeah, 'cause we
Hey, we all got to refrain from screaming at the same time. We're not going to do it
Yeah.
because we're all incessant film fans and we all know the right answer.
Which deck am I going from?
Which one you want to go for?
They're both all actors.
They're all new ones.
They're all
not
actors
the ones that
and-
we just looked.
Hey, Spooner, you were helping out fuck all at the moment, mate. You need to give more clues, mate.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, go.
The Notebook.
Notebook.
Elizabeth.
No, not Ryan
Hey,
Gosling.
girls.
Other girl.
Fuck! I can't remember her name.
Ugly.
What the fuck is her name?
Not talented. Untalented.
I give up.
Okay. Ugly girl from
Django.
Django.
Kerry.
Ugly. Yes. The old broad from the Vietnam War.
Barbarella.
Barbarella.
Oh,
Ugly. Skin.
fuck!
Oh, The Godfather.
Marlon Brando.
Yes.
Oh, Money Penny. Oh, Josh got.
Connery.
Yes.
Oh, Edward. Oh, Edward Scissorhands. I'm your best friend.
Alan Botham Carter.
I like.
Stranger
me.
Things.
Yep.
Stranger
Yes,
Things mum.
ex-wife.
Winona Ryder.
Yes.
Yes.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
Correct. Done.
Oi.
Oh.
Wait.
This is a great game.
I know.
Jane Fonda.
Yeah, the old,
Rachel McAdams. I couldn't.
The old
all I
bitch.
kept seeing was Elizabeth in my head.
I did say untalented bitch from the Notebook. That was a pretty good clue.
Do we go for another round? Or
Little Dicky.
Yeah, it's around.
another?
Danny, you in?
All right.
Danny's not in, guys. Not playing tonight. Don't. You guys have to be careful with your equipment. What would it cost to get headsets for everyone so we can all, even Paul when she comes to the tarot reading next, can have the
Headsets. Like I have headphones, but not mics. That
Just put on your forehead.
What if we all don't sweat? You already had that one too. Luke's brother. Cheap.
Okay. Stop licking the floor, Spoono.
She can't help but lick.
She loves the shadows.
Alrighty. So you just look on your timer.
Yeah, but you have to go right now.
Upside down.
Upside down. Bored to death.
Passion Schwarzman?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
You know that. You cheat.
Okay.
Upside down.
Upside down.
The Bride.
Brian?
Yes.
Blade.
Blade.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hard one.
Poor Things.
Easy A. Poor Things, girl.
Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit. Bloody dick.
Ugly. Ugly. The Ice movie. Ugly.
13.
Ugly. Ugly.
Kirsten.
Mum.
Was
No,
she in
ugly.
Possessor?
Mum in 13.
Kristen Scott Thomas.
No, ugly.
She's also Incredibles. Mum.
Ugly.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Ugly.
Holly Hunter.
Yeah. Ugly. Oh, ugly.
Hot.
Hot. Sexy Black.
Monsters Ball. Die
Make me
Another
feel
Day.
good.
Yep. Movie with the priest.
Kill the Jews. I kill the Jews. The Schindler's List.
Conclave. Best actor.
Voldemort.
Ben Kingsley.
Voldemort.
Red Dragon.
Oh, Ray
bad
Fiennes.
guy. Yep.
Yes.
Red Dragon. Spider-Man, girlfriend, Mary Jane.
Kirsten Dunst.
Yep.
Yes.
How much time's left?
No.
Oh.
Indiana Jones.
I was
Indiana
so
Jones.
invested.
Indiana
We're like
Jones.
30 seconds over.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Well,
Do you have enough cards?
yeah, you're 30 seconds over, so
Yeah. That. Well,
maybe that just marks the end. Who got the most for the first round?
I think Phil won. Just quietly.
For the first round. For the first.
Oh, first round.
I had 5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I got
I
1,
know it's not me.
2, 3, 4, 5,
8.
6.
And once again, Lucas is the winner.
Hey, find a game that involves questions before 1980, and you guys are going to win every time. All my knowledge. Look at this guy. 1986. Warren Beatty, 1979. Shelley Duvall, she died in 1988. No one told her. Angelina Jolie. Gene Hackman just died recently. It's fun. It's not a fair game. But it's fun. We all know movies.
Oh, sweet.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well,
Oh, I'm going, are we?
yeah.
What's time? Ready?
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Forrest Gump.
Big.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Requiem for a Dream, Mum.
Aroski?
No.
Oh,
Pill's mum.
pass.
Alien.
Alien. Yeah.
Yes. Fuck.
Shit.
What the fuck is she off?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Life on Mars.
Starman.
Bridges.
No, Labyrinth.
Oh, fuck. Pass.
Anchorman.
Anchorman. 40-year-old version.
Carol.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh. Batman.
Spot.
No,
No.
Leon the Professional.
Alban.
Yeah.
Yes. What's
The
it?
Revenant.
Jack. Titanic.
Correct, done. And yeah, the ones that you missed out. Oh, right. No. You're going back in.
Yeah, fuck that.
Okay.
Okay, mate.
Alrighty. You ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh!
Oh, Speed. Matrix.
Keanu.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Mummy. Girl.
Enemy behind the gates. Fucked.
Rachel Wise.
Yep.
Game over, man.
Are you ready to go back to Titanic?
God only knows. Oh, no.
Ass like a
Big
10
love.
Ass like a 10-year-old boy.
Yes.
Unfunny broad from Ghostbusters. Take the pick. Funny broad from
Paul.
Bridesmaids. Unfunny broad from the one that
Pass.
Yep, good choice. Scarface girl. Batman Returns Catwoman.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basic Instinct. Pussy. Pussy.
Sharon Stone.
Yes.
Yes.
Great clues there, Lucas.
I said pussy.
Although for her, I would say terrible clues for Kristen Wiig. Just unfunny the entire time. Simon Pegg has famously called her the funniest girl in Hollywood.
Simon Pegg has never had sex with a girl in his life. Kristen, if you're watching, and I'm sure you are, you're an unfunny cunt.
You're a very funny, beautiful.
Oh yeah, but also you're beautiful as fuck. But you are about as funny as a fart in a lift, mate.
Five.
Okay. Alrighty.
And I think Sharon Stone pussy was a good clue.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Go.
3.
Trainspotting.
Ewan McGregor.
Star Wars.
Correct.
Yes.
No.
Oh, what do you got a card in your head? Oh my God, it's like you got a card in your head. Power of Money. Not Tom Cruise.
Cool Hand
Great
Luke.
Escape.
Cool Hand Luke. Old. Blue Eyes. Pasta Sauce.
Step Brothers, not the other.
Not Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
John C. McGinley.
No.
John C. Reilly.
Yes.
Not Dr. Cox.
Scarface.
Oh, The Godfather.
Al Pacino.
wait,
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
shit.
color.
Colby. Queen Latifah.
Suicide Squad.
Some nigger.
Suicide Squad. Will Smith.
The
Who else is black in Suicide Squad? Oh,
Christ.
oh, that shit.
Oh,
the man with no name.
make my day. Go ahead.
Yay, done.
Viola Davis.
Oh, you got
Hidden
fucked on that
figures.
one.
Yeah.
You got fucked on that one, brother. I did say that nigger, and that doesn't really. I tried to help, but that covers a wide.
Well, I could say I won, but you forgot to keep trying.
Yeah, you had 30 seconds more than everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, I just got so invested in the game. It's a fun game.
This is a great game. I love
Oh,
this game.
shit.
Oh.
Oh, this guy said nigger.
Said it again.
Guarantee. No, it's fine. It's just a word. No one here is black. And I meant it as a term of endearment. Like,
It's also.
We're at 1 hour and 55 minutes, so we're going to close it off. Everyone, quickly say your goodbyes.
Alrighty.
Peace out,
Peace out.
Oh, shit, it's already finished on the...
dudes and dudettes.
Dudes, Sweet Chili Philly coming soon on Instagram. That's my plug.
big shout out to Jasmine House Chinese Restaurant, the best Chinese restaurant in Essendon, if you're stopping by for a podcast. Also, for all the drinks, Dan Murphy's Port Melbourne. And for the third thing, I forgot. Moving on.
Brennan Machillo on Instagram. Brennan blogs. I need subs. Tell Bounty to where the fuck is BDC DVD?
Exactly.
Follow through with your contracts,
Follow through.
please.
Follow through. Done.
And subscribe to...